semen retention is not enough. If you are going to elevate in this endeavor, semen retention is not enough. You're going to have to go deeper. You're going to have to really discipline yourselves in all facets of life. We talk a lot about semen retention, refraining from masturbation, not watching pornography, and just basically cleaning ourselves up from this evil, detestable, vile life that we've become accustomed to living. But when you decide to go on semen retention, you decide to change your life, you want to live for the Lord, you want to elevate, you want to spiritually mature, semen retention is not enough. This has to be a holistic approach to your life. What do I mean by that? I'm going to tell you today in this video other things that you need to incorporate into your life in order for you to be successful, so you can get the full benefits out of practicing semen retention and primarily following God, Yeshua, the Christ, the one who paid for our sins on the cross in the death of his own body, right? We have to become ultimate warriors for Christ. And in order for us to be able to do that, it can't just be focusing on not spilling the seed, right? Because everything correlates, everything flows together, okay? And in this video today, I'm going to tell you some of the things that you're going to have to incorporate in order to be successful and why semen retention is not enough. Before we get into that, man, listen, if you are struggling with masturbation, man, get the free ebook. The directions are pinned in the comments. Now, I'm telling you, this book is going to be on sale here pretty soon. So if you want the free book, hit me up. I'll send it to you. I've sent over 100 copies of this book. It goes deep into how to overcome masturbation, a practical way, things that you should do. So it's definitely going to help you in that regard. But I'm already in the works of putting this on a website and selling this book. Still going to be very affordable and obtainable. It's only going to be $10 for the book. So, but if you want the book for free and you don't want to have to pay for it, now is a chance to be able to get that book, man. If this is your first time, welcome to Hold My Nuts podcast. I'm excited that you're here. I aim to do videos that you're not going to see on the internet. I aim to tackle those deep spiritual components of your life as it pertains to sexuality. That's what you're going to find here on this channel, man. So without further ado, man, let's get into this video. Semen retention is not enough. One of the things that you're going to have to do in addition to semen retention is you're going to have to change your diet. Okay, you're going to have to change your diet. You know, gluttony is a sin, right? Gluttony proves that you have no control over the flesh. You can't be a glutton. You can't eat excessively, because what it's going to do is it's going to dampen your ability to be able to overcome the flesh. It's going to weaken you, because though God has given us food for our enjoyment, just like he's given us sex for enjoyment, or overindulgence in anything is not good. So you're going to have to learn how to eat differently, how to eat less, how to eat for fuel, how to eat for cognition, how to eat for the benefit of your own vehicle, your own body, right? You're going to have to start using food for your advantage and stop putting so much processed food into your system, because when you load your body up with processed foods, it's going to make it very difficult for you to overcome the flesh. And I know you might be saying like, yo, but this ain't even like a sexual thing. Yeah, but it's going to play into that, right? Your blood glucose levels, sugar levels are going to go high and low, and it's going to cause you to be sporadic in your decision making. Your energy levels will not be sustained. They will be, you have, peaks and valleys in your energy you won't be able to overcome, right? If you can't turn away a piece of chicken, how are you going to turn away a piece of, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So you have to change your diet. This is, when you start practicing semen retention, this is an overhaul. This is a holistic approach to becoming a better man, to becoming a more disciplined man. Once you start to put all these pieces of the puzzle together, you are going to begin to dominate. You're going to dominate. Why? Because one, you're going to elevate spiritually. The less you eat, the cleaner you eat, the more sensitive you are going to be to the realm of the spirit. You're also going to increase your ability to be able to fast. A lot of you guys can't fast. It's too difficult for you. But the reason it's too difficult is because your flesh is dominating, in the sense of, you can't turn that cheeseburger down. You can't turn the pizza down. You can't turn the sodas down. You can't turn it off. Right? So because when you see that meal, when you start smelling that food, you know what, I'll fast. I said I'll do it another day. I'll do it next week. Right? There's a meme going on the internet where the couples are eating all this food and, you know, saying they're going to start the diet next week. They're going to start the keto next week. They're going to get the kale rice. They're going to get, you know what I mean? But it's always next week. But the Bible says, man, today is the day of salvation. Today is the day to save your soul. Today is the day to save your mind. Today is the day to save your body. Don't wait till next week to save your body. Don't wait till next week to feed your body the good, nutritious, fueling food that God has put here on the planet for us to eat. I know you can't, I know it's probably hard to like stop eating processed foods altogether, but you can dramatically cut it down. Another thing you have to stop doing, man, you have to stop drinking alcohol. Okay, I'm an advocate for drinking wine. I like to drink wine on certain occasions, but at one point in my life, man, I was drinking every single night for like 4 years straight. Right? 6 shots of Fireball, 2 Crown and Cokes every single night for 4 years straight. And sometimes I did it harder than that, right? Alcohol is just gonna destroy your vibration. It's gonna bring you to a low vibrational level, right? Something takes over you when you're drinking alcohol. You become a different person. You become more confident, but not in the right way, right? That shy person or that more reserved person, once you start drinking that alcohol, it's like something comes over you. Something takes over you. You're more confident. You know, you can talk to girls now. You feel more loose now. Whatever the case may be. But alcohol, I remember I went to get a cafe con leche. I like to drink coffee and I like cafe con leches. And I said, why is it spirits? Why does it say bar and spirits? I'm like, what's going on with that? That's kind of weird, right? And then it clicked. It's like the alcohol is the spirits that they're talking about. But I was always wondering, like, why would they call it spirits? And it's just something didn't sit right with me about that, man. But at the time, I had stopped drinking. And I'm like, man, I used to drink the Fireball with the dragon, and the spirit of the dragon was, I was drinking the spirit of the dragon, right? But my behavior was that of a person who had no self-control. The alcohol caused me to be lethargic. Every day I had to wake up trying to hydrate myself. Had to go to work and had to like get myself ready to go because I drank so much last night. You know what I mean? And then I was planning on doing it all over again the next day. Another thing you guys have to stop doing, man, smoking weed. I know. But if you really want to elevate, you really want to elevate in the realms, you really want to become a man of discipline, you really want to become a man of God, you can't allow these particular vices to bring you down to a low vibrational level. And here's the reason why I stopped smoking weed. I smoked weed from the time I was 19 until about 2 years ago. And I was an occasional weed smoker. I wasn't one of those people who had to smoke weed every single day, and I wasn't one of those, but I smoked a fair amount, right? And The last time that I smoked weed, or I stopped, the time before I stopped smoking weed, I had a really bad anxiety attack. I felt like I had never felt before, and I smoked a lot of weed. And something happened to me, and I was like, yo, I can't. I said, and so then I took a break, and then I said, my homeboy was coming over, we was gonna smoke a blunt, and I said, I'm gonna try it out. If I have that same experience again, I'm gonna stop smoking. I smoked the weed. Same thing happened again, bro. Well, and what was happening is, because at that time, it was a very critical time in my life when I was really being heavily attacked by witches and warlocks, and demons were being sent to me. The weed was an open door. The alcohol was an open door for them to come in and to elicit all of these things on me. The depression, the anxiety. I was going crazy. You feel what I'm saying? And I had to stop smoking weed. But as I stopped smoking weed, as I stopped drinking alcohol, as I stopped eating so much processed foods and changed my diet, and for like 18 months I went completely plant-based, as I stopped masturbating, as I stopped watching porn, as I stopped doing all these things, I began to elevate spiritually. I began to be able to see things before they happen. My intuition increased. It went from a 10 to a 99. It's important, guys. It's not just not desecrating keyboards, laptops, and desktops. You got to stop drinking. You got to stop smoking. You have to stop feeding your flesh all this dead food. Your body's a living organism. Your skin is an organism. You are a living creature. So a living creature needs living things to go inside of it. Fruits, vegetables, you know what I mean? Whole grains. You need things that are going to fuel your body. Practicing semen retention and still drinking, still smoking, not working out, you're not going to get the results you're looking for. Because even though you're trying to use your willpower not to masturbate, not to watch porn, you're giving into your flesh in other areas of your life, which eventually something's going to hit the domino, and it's all going to fall, and you're going to be right back beating your meat, desecrating keyboards, laptops, and desktops, and you're going to be right back in the same cycle. You have to get to the point to where your whole body is under subjection, that you have complete control over every area, over every aspect of your life. This is why semen retention is not enough. You have to become a man of discipline, more importantly, a man of God. So I encourage you guys to look into changing your diet, and you can take baby steps. I'm not saying you got to go full 180. I'm a 180 type of guy, so a lot of times I just go 180 everything, right? That's what I'm known for, right? If I'm convinced, I'm going in, right? But everybody can't do that. That's my gift. I can do that. You might have to ease your way into it. You might have to say, you know what? I'm only going to eat fast food no more than 3 times a week, and then scale back to 2 times a week. Or if you like me, do what you do, right? You got to wean off the alcohol. I would say go cold turkey on the alcohol. I would say go cold turkey on the weed. Things like that, man, you give it a little bit, and a lot of times these things, when you find yourself you can't stop drinking, and you find yourself you can't stop smoking weed, it's because there's an evil spirit urging you to do it. Because that evil spirit is getting something out of you, putting yourself under these substances. The evil spirit is getting something out of this. Okay? So I want you guys to really focus on becoming the man you want to be. Treat yourself better by feeding your body 90% good food. Every now and then you might want to chop down on a pizza, you know what I mean, or a cheeseburger. I get it, right? But you need to become a man who can completely dominate his flesh. You tell the flesh what to do. The flesh doesn't tell you what to do. This is a holistic approach to elevating your life. Semen retention is not enough. It's a starter, but it's not an end-all. You have to incorporate these other disciplines into your life if you really want to be successful. And the main thing is what you eat. because food has a direct correlation to how you're able to process spiritual things. This is key. That's why when you go on fast and you stop eating or you eat certain food, you restrict yourself from eating certain foods, your spiritual activity is really, really high. I want you guys to elevate. I want you guys to elevate in the realm. I want your spiritual rank to increase. So though you're not watching porn, you're not masturbating, you're not doing the sexual things you were doing before, now let's incorporate the diet. Let's get the diet right. Now let's exercise. Now let's put away the things that are they don't profit you anything. Drinking alcohol every night doesn't profit you anything. It didn't profit me anything, right? Smoking weed, being slow all day, being lazy and lethargic and tight-eyed and that it's not profitable. Right? You're missing out. Your high should come from being in tune with the Spirit, being in tune with God. Right? That's where your high should come from. This is Hold My Nuts Podcast, man. If you got value out of this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'm going to holler at you guys in the next video. Peace.